First of all, what exactly is a drawing shorthand? A drawing shorthand is basically your own personal drawing style that you've developed over many years, distilled down into its most basic and simplest form. It's used to communicate a complex idea quickly and efficiently. Like a nose. Noses are famously hard to draw, right? But look. Nice. Shorthand. A realistic nose can work well for a painting or illustration, but when you need to draw like 200 noses a day, not so much. Because of this, drawing shorthands are very useful for story artists. Because, well, we need to draw fast and communicate ideas very quickly. You can't be drawing random details all day. Being able to draw something with efficiency and appeal will drastically help your storyboards. And any drawing, really, become that much better. It's hard to quickly register a detailed drawing as a panel moves by in 0.5 seconds, but a simple shorthand will read instantly. Asking around other story artists, the two most common things I heard about shorthands were 1. Steal, and 2. Make sure that it's fun to draw. And honestly, I could not agree more. The easiest way to stylize your art on a production or even in your own personal work is just to study from artists you admire. This is obviously no replacement for learning the thing itself, but it's a perfect way to figure out how other people see something. And if you find that appealing, there's absolutely no shame in referencing how another artist communicates something. Artists have been doing this since the dawn of time, and we all get inspired by each other. I would start by finding some artists you admire and learning how they shorthand specific things, like a nose or hair, or maybe the way they draw hands. Just learning from someone you admire is a great first step. But obviously, a shorthand is more than just stealing. You need to learn how to break stuff down yourself. Learn how to break down a complex form into a simple one. For example, let's take a character. Maybe, Poe. And we can see that there's a lot of detail on him. Complex layers of fat, maybe tough shapes on his face. And we slowly start to simplify. I figure out what forms can combine with each other, what details I can begin to omit without losing too much of what makes Poe Poe. This works with any design, even your own. After you've designed a character, start to see what things you can begin to simplify. Start to incorporate gesture into it. Begin to pose it out and find what your hand naturally wants to do. Our brains can do a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to filling in gaps. I keep doing this until I feel I've mastered being able to freely move this character around quickly. Maybe I've taken away the clothing details or a little hair wisp that I liked in the design. Wait, I don't really enjoy drawing this character anymore. It's kind of boring. Sure, the personality is still kind of there, but I don't really wanna. This is where the next thing comes in, and this one is super important to me. Have fun drawing the character. You can make the character as simple as possible, but you won't ever draw as fast as when you're actually enjoying what you're drawing. Many times I'll add back details, even when it's not necessary, because, well, I like it. Here, I'll add back a hair swoop to my character. It's very satisfying for me to draw, and I look forward to it. When I worked on Abominable, I would add back details on Yee's shoes because, well, I really enjoyed drawing this big, chunky shoe. Yes, it may have added a couple seconds to each drawing, but it got me drawing, and that's kind of what's important when you're trying to draw as fast as possible. You don't want to take a break between every drawing because you don't want to do it. When I draw my characters, I usually start with the overall shape of the head and face. I begin with the eyes and then work my way outwards. I don't focus too much on structure and usually block in a rough idea for the body. I prefer to work expression first, then the pose, and then detail last. So I can always just ignore the detail if I'm really short on time. I really don't like drawing things twice, so I made a shorthand where I only need to draw things one time. Loose, but I still try to capture the appeal of the character. Sometimes I will draw the hands and expression and then just fit the body around it, since to me, it's less important for the overall feeling of a pose. Features other than the eyes, mouth, and hands, I keep way simpler since I want you to focus on what's important to me, which is the face and expression. I prefer to look for things I love in each character and pose, rather than solely focusing on efficiency. Even though there will be times you just gotta go ballistic and just go fast, to meet a deadline, a fun drawing will almost always look better than a rushed one. So just find what works best for you. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.